What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, Danko commentary. It looks like the Brotherhood Jono has all the Floodgate cards. 831 versus Lord Josh, 1209. One problem is, I guess he could set the Jin or Sharit. Obviously, there's that Sharit. But keep in mind, he could top another mathematician, and he could still just turn his vanities off that way and still be able to exceed or anything like that. Oh man, I'm digging those Super Saiyan Goku. Is that Goku? Yep. I'm digging those Super Saiyan Goku sleeves. Alright, looks like he's going to tribute summon. Goodbye Vanities. Oh man, follows that up with Shaddolls Fusion. I was kind of wondering why he summoned the beast in attack mode, but if you're going to follow it up with a fusion, I guess it really doesn't matter. So, I'm guessing, I'm looking for him to summon Winda here. Oh. Okay. He's not even going to use the Squamata. He's going to activate Beast and Falco. Draw a card. Obviously activate Falco's ability. I don't know. I've seen a lot of duels, Shaddolls versus Nekroz. I think that mistake is starting to make all the difference. That looks like... Is that SS2 Goku? That looks like SS2 Goku. Alright, so he has to eat all that damage. Obviously, he doesn't have a Valk. Otherwise, he probably would have burnt it and just not taken anything. And now he's locked under Mistake. And he has to deal with Winda as well. He normal summons. Okay. There's nothing that card can do, basically. Alright, so he's going to activate Nekroz Mirror for Unicorn. Fair enough. Alright, now Winda is turned off. And he can Exiton item. That won't kill Winda. And it'll actually trigger Squamata and Falco. So, I don't know if that's something you really want to do, but if it is, go for it. It's a shame that he had to use that Manju without getting anything off of it. Actually, Sanju, if I'm not mistaken. Senju. So, I guess he's just going to attack the Winda. He says, you know what? I've got the edge on you. I don't need the Exiton. Or maybe he's not going to attack that. Maybe he'll attack the Squamata. Because, I mean, if you're going to Exiton, you don't want Squamata. Like, you don't want that being a thing. But then, if you were going to Exiton, you should have done it in main phase 1 so you could attack the Falco. So I guess he's not concerning himself with Falco. And the question will be, does he have a way to get the Light Trishula? Alright, so Squamata just has to die. He's still at a deficit, though. Now he's going to exceed. Okay, so now he'll go into Exiton Knight. I don't actually like this play. I'm just going to be honest. Because now, yeah, now Falco just comes back. You could have attacked the Falco before. Oh man, he had double mistake. He had double mistake. And now I don't see any way that you can get Winda off the board now. I mean, don't get me wrong, Winda's not a huge problem for, yeah, Winda isn't the biggest problem in the world for that deck. But now depending on what Brotherhood draws, he might use Falco's ability, he might not. Because, I mean, he could just pump out some sevens. Who knows? He could just attack. Oh, no. Whoa, whoa. Back to the duel. Back to the duel. I think whatever Brotherhood Jono drew will determine if he flips that Falco or not. Because remember, if he flips it and uses its effect, then he can't, what's it called? He can't special summon anymore. Which means that he can't essentially, like, he can't synchro. And he does some synchro options. Arcanite would be the first one that came to mind, honestly. Oh, so he summons Dragon. He's gonna flip. He's not gonna use the effect. Just going to go into battle phase. Whoa, is he really attacking with Falco? And not Winda? I don't understand this at all. Oh, he wants to use the, what's it called? The Cerberus guy. Oh, totally forgot about that. And now he'll attempt to swing for game. Wow. I totally forgot that he had that card in his graveyard. Okay, fair enough. That was quite crafty, actually. And I think that, I actually don't remember how much life points Lord Josh had to see if he actually needed to do that play like that. Because if not, he could have attacked with Winda. He couldn't have used... They both have 3 cards, so... It's not like he could have used Axiton anyway, but... I mean, I guess it's out of mind now. He already won the duel. I like that Dante, though. Dante has so much swag in this picture. Oh my god. Look at the Benjamins. Like, this man is throwing $300 around like he don't even care. It is not a thing to him. So let's see what's going to happen here. For those of you who do know, I am like knees deep in the Dragon Ball Z. I'm watching the entire anime. I am loving it. People have asked me why I'm not watching Kai. It's alright. Well, it's because for like, if you, like you younger people out there, like Dragon Ball Z Kai, to me, it's like, why did we need it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's a nostalgic thing, and the original, that's what I grew up with, you know? Like, that's what they were showing when I was a teenager. People forget, Dragon Ball Z is old as fuck. I mean, the show came out in 1989. It's almost as old as I am. And the original Dragon Ball is older than me. That card, I mean, hell, Akira Toriyama is like 60 years old. So, you know, I'm gonna watch the version that was out when I was like a kid. So I'm not gonna watch Kai or anything like. Plus they changed. I believe my brother told me they changed the voices, and I'm not down with that shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. I heard originally that they didn't want to animate the Buu Saga too. I was like, what? Now again, I actually haven't seen the Buu Saga. I've seen but I'm on it now. I've seen parts of it, so I'll probably have the full anime finished within the week. Alright, so we see an MST on Mistake, which that could have been ugly if he had actually been able to resolve it. Damn, dude, you gotta at least ask for responses. People do play Veiler now. We see Effect Veiler used on the Senju. At least you know you'll get some damage in, right? But the question will be, can you ritual summon? You know, I hardly ever see preparation used now. And I mean, I'm not saying that Nekroz players drop it. It's just like that card being at 1. It's like you never see that shit get resolved anymore, which is just, it's great because when it was at 3, it was retarded. But like, I just never really see anybody rip preparation of rights anymore. I would have liked if this dude would have went to 1 as well, but can't have everything. I think he's going to 1 at the end of this format, so like I think that's pretty much a given. So he's gonna activate Brio. I think that card could end up going to 1 as well. Like I think that if they're gonna do any more additional hits to Nekroz, I don't think they'll touch the mirrors in the TCG, because Cycle at 1 seemed kind of random in the OCG. It's not like, I mean, all they're gonna do is just add another Collider mirror. But I think that I think that they'll hit this and maybe Brio. Alright, so a Maxi is chained. All the hand traps. I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure if what the ratio of hand traps should be right now for like the standard deck. A lot of people have gone 2-2, 2 Maxis and 2 Veilers, which gives you a lot of room for versatility against like every deck basically. Now, Lord Josh will still obviously get his plus, but you see just what that mistake could have done. Oh, Mystical Space Typhoon, why do you have to be so good? Now, the question is, will he continue summoning? Like, can you do 8K? And you believe your opponent plays no Gores or no Effect Veiler where you won't have to use any effects to deal that 8K? I mean, I'm going to guess he wouldn't have to use any more effects right now, but do you believe you can get that 8,000? That's what I'm asking. Usually the 8,000 play, like, it revolves around having, or it requires something like you summoning a normal summon of like a Manju, then a Unicorn off Kaleidoscope, and then usually like a Valk plus like a Trishula or something like that. So I guess he's going to just get Valkyris and attack. He's not going to summon it. At this point, why would you even bother? I think Mathematician would be like the greatest top deck. I always just say that. I think Mathematician is just, it's a card in Shaddolls that was already the nuts, but now it's like, card is too good. Especially if you play Felis. I couldn't play Shaddolls without Felis. I hate that card when I draw it, but it's too good off Mathematician. Because right now you could summon it and get the Felis, pop this dude, attack this dude. Maybe you get lucky and you hit a Shadow monster. Let's see if he actually does play the Felis. If not, I guess the Cerberus card kind of works as well. That's a really good card, by the way, because I just realized you can use it for the fusions and then use it from the graveyard. That card is amazing. And you're starting to see pretty much all Shadow players like main decking at least one copy of it. And it looks like that's what he's going to send. So now he'll... Oh, okay. So let's see if he forces out the Valk. You see him attempt to attack in the Unicorn. The Valk is forced out. The thing is, where do you go from here if you're Lord Josh? I like that you, I really do like that you got rid of the what's it called? I like that you got rid of the monster, or I like that you stopped the attack, but it's like, where do you go from here? You see him now activate Shadow Fusion, summon Shikanaga, who essentially has no effect, but she can still activate it. She just won't do anything, basically. Kind of surprised that he did that anyway, that he even went into the Shikanaga. I thought maybe he might have tried to wait until the Mathematician died and try and draw a card, see where it goes from there, but then I guess there was no guarantee that the Mathematician would have died by battle. He could have easily exceed, but then if he would have exceed, that you'd have liked that. So actually, I think I would have kept the Mathematician, because if you attack me, I get to blow something up on your field, unless you make Dweller. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. He was scared of he was obviously scared of Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller would have been the nuts there, because it would have killed Mathematician and it would have locked him out from his Cerberus both at the same time, and it would have been big as hell to kill. He could have used fusion, but then none of his guys would have gotten effects, so it would have been like that's a lot of work. I can completely understand why he didn't do that. So what will be the play now for Lord Josh, who's definitely up in card advantage? So won't be no Exitons here. Now, he had to burn the Valk last turn, so maybe he doesn't have any good plays in him. I don't know. I mean, you could always go Diamond Direwolf. Try and pop that back row for whatever it is. You just better hope that the back row isn't like Shadow Core, because then you just get Shrek'd. Basically, it triggers and your opponent gets that fusion back for free, and then they have something to pitch. Like, guaranteed. So he's looking at his graveyard. As of right now, he can't, what's it called? He can't get his spells back. He's got too many monsters on board. Summons Danko. Okay. At least he can exceed now and not have to worry about the back row. But that is your normal summon for the turn. And then he just passes turn. That was random. I was really rolling my eyes. You guys just couldn't see it. I was like, what is that? What does that really change? The Danko. Like, okay, it locks out the back row, but like, what does that do? Looks like he's going into battle phase, or excuse me, into battle mode with Shikanaga. I see no reason why not to put Shikanaga in attack mode. Like, either your opponent's just going to keep burning Valkyries, but even if they do, like, what do the Valkyries do at that point? Or what can he do? Like, how does this board change from last turn? I guess what I'm saying is Lord Josh isn't advancing his game. Like, he just has a bunch of, like, he has one monster that's doing work, obviously Unicorn, but then these two aren't really doing much. You could argue that the Danko lock in the back row down is important, but how important is it? It's just one unknown card. And you have to constantly burn resources to keep the Danko alive. So is it really worth it when that could easily be like a dead MST or something? What if that's an MST or like a bluff fusion or something like that? Like, is it really worth spending all those Valks to protect Danko? And if it isn't, then why'd you even summon it? Because you obviously weren't going to attack. You weren't going to exceed. You just put Danko on board to like look pretty or something. Especially if he passes for a second straight turn. Because at that point, I will believe that he just put Danko on board and he didn't really know what he wanted to do. So he is going to finally exceed. The question will be, what does he exceed for? Alright, so he's going for Castel. Attempting to spend Shikanaka. Brotherhood says, I'm going to activate Shik. He pitches Hedgehog. Hedgehog is going to trigger. He gets Squamata. I mean, I would just assume he's going to follow it up with Trishula. Wow, he doesn't? Oh my goodness. So he just spent... I know why he's doing this. He wants to Trishula, obviously. But it's like, wait, so you wasted your battle phase and you wasted your entire field just so that you could Trishula? Like, that's a lot. And imagine if that's a breakthrough skill. Like, imagine how Shrek you'd feel. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. He got Shikanaga's effect out of the way. That's cool. But if that's a breakthrough skill or, oh my God, are you kidding me? Son, get outplayed. Get outplayed. You use your entire field. Got nothing out of it. All to go into a vanities. I'm sorry. I have to see what the chat is saying. Oh boy. RIP is right. I don't even understand that one. Like, the purpose of summoning the Danko is beyond me. All he did was summon the Danko, waste a resource to attack it, and then have to ram it into a monster just to get it off board. Why'd you even summon it then? I just don't get it. And I'm not sure that Brotherhood has to commit anything else to the board. All he has to do is just beat down with Shikanaga. I mean, she's got the stats to pay the bills, man. You can't set the Jin, you can't set Sharit. There's really nothing you can set unless you have the Dance Princess combo of Dance Princess plus Decisive Armor, which would take out pretty much your entire hand, considering that we know some of your hand is ritual spells, so that'd be pretty much your entire hand. And he'd still get a resource, he'd still get a fusion back, and then you wouldn't be able to Trishula him because he would have no field. Alright, looks like he is going to go in. I think that he believes that Lord Josh does not have a, I believe he thinks that Lord Josh does not have an answer, that he doesn't have a Valk. He's already burnt 2 of them, so he only got 1 more in the deck. Yeah, I believe he's already burnt 2 Valks. I could be wrong. It could only be 1 Valk. So he just sends B straight up. I don't know. I feel like this play is unnecessary, to be honest. I don't really think that there was a reason to do it. I mean, I'm sure he has L, and that he wanted to normal summon attack, potentially use L. Oh, okay. Well, if you have White Dragon, that changes everything. Because even if the L doesn't work, you still plus off the L. There was that last Valk, so. All right. I don't know, man. I feel like Lord Josh got completely outplayed in that doing. Shaddolls definitely looking strong. And yeah, he had L. I mean, that one was obvious. But only 1 MST is not going to get the job done. Thank you guys for watching as always.